Few places on Earth have the ability to captivate our imagination like cliffside resorts. Standing at the edge of a tall cliff and looking out over wide oceans, deep valleys, or rocky terrain that seems to go on forever has an unquestionably exhilarating quality. The most breathtaking and moving images can be found at cliffside locations, whether it's a serene village perched perilously on a rocky ledge or a breathtaking outlook sculpted by millennia of natural forces. Today, we're looking at 10 stunning cliffside locations across the globe that should be at the top of your bucket list for travel. They all promise breathtaking vistas, engrossing tales, and unforgettable moments of wonder. Ha Long Bay Cliffs, Vietnam. One of Southeast Asia's most spectacular cliffside scenery is produced by the limestone karsts of Ha Long Bay, which rise sharply from emerald waters. Millions of years of erosion have sculpted these towering cliffs and islands, creating a bizarre panorama filled with hidden lagoons, caverns, and floating fishing communities. The bay's serene waters wonderfully reflect the towering cliffs covered in thick flora that are visible as you cruise through it. With generations of local populations depending on the sea, the region is also rich in wildlife and cultural history. Even though Ha Long Bay is well known, it still has a magical feel, particularly around dawn or sunset when the mist curls over cliffs and creates a surreal environment. This place is unforgettable because it provides the ideal balance of cultural immersion and natural magnificence. The Amalfi Coast, Ravello, Italy. High above the Amalfi Coast, Ravello is frequently disregarded, yet is a treasure for anyone looking for both rich cultural activities and stunning cliffside vistas. Set against the Mediterranean Sea, this hillside village is well known for its exciting music festivals, old houses, and gorgeous gardens. The gardens of Villa Simbrone and Villa Ruffalo have breathtaking terraces from which guests may overlook cliffs fringed with olive groves and lemon trees. Away from the bustling coastal cities, Ravello's tranquil setting lets visitors take in the natural splendor while savoring top-notch cuisine and art. Santorini's Caldera Rim, Greece. Even while Santorini is beautiful overall, the Caldera Rim is particularly noteworthy for the amazing vistas it provides. A crescent-shaped lagoon lies beneath the cliffs that rise hundreds of meters above the sea in this volcanic caldera, which was caused by one of the biggest eruptions in recorded history. Some of the most breathtaking views of the caldera's deep blue seas, contrasted with the whitewashed settlements clinging to the cliffs, may be seen while walking or trekking along the rim. Additionally, the rim is peppered with archaeological sites and volcanic caverns that provide insight into past civilizations. Étretat, France. Étretat is a quaint hamlet on the Normandy coast of France, renowned for its natural arches and striking white chalk cliffs sculpted by centuries of unrelenting waves. The sharp contrast between the deep blue water and the white rock is accentuated by these cliffs that rise sharply from pebble beaches. Renowned artists such as Claude Monet captured the interaction of light and shadow on the cliffs in their paintings, immortalizing Étretat's landscape. Hiking paths that lead to vantage points with breathtaking views of the cliffs, arches, and the famous Needle, a tall rock spire rising out of the ocean, are open to visitors. After a day of exploring, the village itself is charming and friendly, with cozy cafes and seafood restaurants that are ideal for tasting the local cuisine. Big Sur, California, USA. The coastline of Big Sur is a stunning mosaic of rocky cliffs, towering redwoods, and roaring Pacific waves that has come to represent California's untamed splendor. Some of the world's most breathtaking coastal drives may be found along this section of Highway 1, where fog frequently permeates the enormous trees and precipitous cliffs plummet down into the ocean. Highlights include the Bixby Creek Bridge, an architectural wonder surrounded by breathtaking natural scenery, and McWay Falls, a waterfall that plunges straight onto a sandy beach. Hikers can explore state park paths, sleep beneath the stars, or just pause at picturesque vantage points to take in the Pacific's immensity. Cliffs of Moher, Ireland. Stretching over 8 kilometers along the rocky Atlantic coastline, the Cliffs of Moher are one of Ireland's most recognizable natural monuments. On clear days, these cliffs, which rise up to 214 meters above the turbulent sea below, provide breathtaking views of the ocean, the far-off Aran Islands, and even the Welsh Mountains. Bird watchers and nature enthusiasts adore the cliffs because they are home to a variety of animals, such as puffins and peregrine falcons. Visitors may safely take in the natural beauty and strength of the area thanks to well-kept walkways and viewing platforms, even with the tremendous drop-offs. Meteora, Greece. Centuries-old monasteries stand on dramatic sandstone pillars that rise sharply from the Thessalian plain at Meteora, a very breathtaking location. These rock formations, which have been shaped over millions of years by wind and water, resemble enormous stone sentinels. Built between the 14th and 16th centuries, the monasteries, which were initially only reachable by ropes and ladders, appear to defy gravity as they cling to these cliffs. They are still used as places of worship today, providing tourists with the opportunity to travel back in time, take in Byzantine art, and be in awe of the magnificent sweeping vistas. The surrounding area is equally enthralling for hikers and climbers, with pathways winding through the breathtaking scenery. Cinque Terre, Italy. Cinque Terre, which translates to five lands, is a group of 5 vibrant communities that are positioned perilously along the rocky Ligurian coast. They are connected by steep hiking routes that provide some of the most picturesque hikes in Italy, with pastel-colored homes, terraced vineyards, and busy harbors teeming with fishing vessels. Each village, Monterosso, Vernazza, Corniglia, Manarola, and Rio Maggiore, has its own unique charm. Everywhere you look are breathtaking vistas of the cliffs that plunge precipitously into the glittering Mediterranean Sea. In addition to tasting fresh seafood and wines produced from grapes planted on the terraces that cling to the cliffs, visitors can see historic churches. Amalfi Coast, Italy. The Amalfi Coast, where pastel-colored villages cling precipitously to cliffs overlooking the blue Tyrrhenian Sea, is the pinnacle of Italian elegance and natural grandeur. This UNESCO World Heritage Site, which stretches along the southwest tip of the Sorrentine Peninsula in Italy, is home to terraced vineyards, lemon groves, and meandering roads that combine to create an amazing mosaic of texture and color. Cobblestone alleys, old churches, and quaint cafes where tourists can enjoy real Italian food while taking in the nearly surreal scenery can be found in towns like Positano and Ravello. Santorini, Greece. Santorini is perhaps the ultimate cliffside paradise. Famous worldwide for its dazzling whitewashed buildings with cobalt blue domes cascading down steep volcanic cliffs overlooking the shimmering Aegean Sea. This island is a product of a massive volcanic eruption thousands of years ago, which shaped its unique caldera and dramatic cliff faces. Walking through towns like Fire and Oje, you're treated to panoramic sunsets that paint the sky in fiery hues, framed perfectly by the stark contrast of architecture and sea. But Santorini isn't just about pretty views. It carries a rich history reflected in ancient ruins, vibrant local traditions, and world-class vineyards that produce some of Greece's finest wines. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell if these gorgeous cliffside locations have stoked your desire to travel. This will ensure that you never miss our in-depth guides to the most stunning locations on Earth. You're only a cliffside step away from your next adventure.